My first music was at home. My mother taught me piano. She was an amateur pianist, loved it. And so she got me started on piano. And that was always a bit of a struggle for me. When I was 8, I joined the Christchurch Cathedral Choir, my hometown, and that was amazing, an incredible experience. It was every day except Saturday, there was some form of practice or singing at services, and so much music that we got through. And that's where I really started to love music. When I was 11, so halfway through then, I started playing cello. And my great uncle had picked up a cello, started learning when he was in his 40s. And so he loved it, but never really went far. You know, he was just a very enthusiastic amateur. And I don't know if that's why. I really don't have a good reason. It wasn't like I was offered a choice. Cello was just going to be it. My parents never pushed me. It was always, I did the practice if I felt like doing it. And so that was amazing. I had no associations with like, you must do this work. And so that was kind of incredible, a gift to have only happy thoughts that came along with learning an instrument. You know, I didn't have any musical role models. We didn't have a professional symphony orchestra in my town. So I didn't really know that you could go into music and be a professional. So I had friends that convinced me that you could, and that started my study at university, and that was in Christchurch. And then after that, I went to Yale and did a master's degree there in cello. And while I was there, I started a string quartet with Maureen Nelson, member of the SPCO. We ended up moving around the country. We went to Illinois and then Texas and then to New York, where we were for a long time with our string quartet. And that was absolutely amazing. I feel like while I was doing that, my ears opened up completely again, and I learned so much about music, and more than music, being part of a string quartet. So that was really a hugely significant experience for me. I had first come across the SPCO personally about 10 years ago now with my string quartet. We did a residency for a year. So we were playing sometimes with the orchestra and doing some community concerts and things like that. And that was wonderful, and that's where I first heard the orchestra and heard how wonderful it was. So I knew about it from then. And my wife got a job here in Minnesota Orchestra back in 2014. And I was still doing string quartet at that time, based in New York. So I was back and forth quite a lot. Then I was just lucky that there was an opening, and incredibly lucky that worked out, the timing, that my wife and I could both get our sort of dream jobs in one place. We feel incredibly lucky. Oh, this is going to sound really cliche, but you know when they say when you've met the one, you know. And so with Cece, I knew it's true. And with music as well, there was such a comfort level or a satisfying quality to when I was playing or singing. It just felt like that was such an important part of life. It's hard to imagine life without it.